Kenneth Gordon is 61 years old, taking on a new challenge.
I've always wanted to learn how to swim, and when I was around 14 or 15, I had a bad experience where I almost was drowned.
Gordon will never forget.
And so they just told me, they said, well, jump in, if anything happens, we'll jump in there and they'll get you. I jumped in the pool, in this hole, and then I opened up my eyes and I realized where I was, and I just lost it. I opened my mouth up and water started coming in, and I was fighting the water.
Gordon's friends saved him.
From that day on, I could not deal with water.
But lately, Gordon has found a way to deal. He started swim lessons this spring.
I haven't quite got all the strokes down and everything, but what I did accomplish, I got over my fear of the water.
An accomplishment that helped him relax and learn a life skill.
Coach Eve showed me how to hold my breath, how to breathe out of my mouth and breathe out of my nose, so I got over that part, the fear of the water.
Coach Eve Castillo has helped Gordon take big steps in the pool.
She could barely get me in the shallow part of the pool.
Gordon didn't have to learn to swim, but he wanted to because of his grandkids.
When my grandkids see me jump in the water, they're gonna freak because they know Grandpa all these years has never been in no water. So I thought I would do it for them so I can sit around and play with my grandkids.
Eve teaches lots of kids how to swim. For her, it's about safety.
Every child, every person in the world should learn how to swim. This is the only sport out there that can save your life. We start out first getting them into the water, getting shoulders all the way down to the shoulders. Then we teach them how to exchange air in the water. Then we teach them how to float, and then we move on to kicking and then stroke.
According to the CDC, African Americans are more likely to drown than whites. African American kids between the ages of 5 and 14 are almost 3 times more likely to drown. Eve says there are many factors that play a part.
Pool accessibility, family dynamics, economics. I think it's been so, put in everybody's things, black people don't swim. It's a common saying. It comes from the black community. It came from even back when pools were segregated.
Eve works in African American communities and says fear is one reason many blacks avoid learning to swim.
You've got the inherited fear that your parents have installed that fear. The experience fear, where they've actually had a drowning experience, and then you also have the ones that observed it or were nearby it. It is slowly changing. We do have some Olympians now that are African American, which is great role models.
Olympic swimmer Cullen Jones is one role model. Jones has broken many world records since coming on the scene in 2005. Gordon says in today's time, more blacks are learning to swim.
There's a lot of blacks that swim because there's a lot of places to go to swim, a lot of water parks, now that everything is for everybody.
Chicago Park District has 50 seasonal pools and 40 year-round pools.
There are several pools in several different prominent African American communities that the pools aren't working. But there are several pools that still function but aren't being used.
Parent Khadijah Ruffin recently brought her daughter to her first swim lesson.
You know what? I didn't know how to swim, and I just want her to learn everything that I didn't know how to do. Most blacks we don't know how to swim, so.
Coach Bob Welsh of Illinois Swimming also teaches swimming with Eve. He says learning to swim can help avoid pool-related deaths and injuries.
It's a quiet killer. Someone falls into the water and starts to drown, they make no noise. It's a fast killer. The chances of you drowning are greater. If your child can't swim, the chances of you seeing your grandchildren are harder to see.
And in Gordon's case, seeing his grandchildren is the only thing on his mind.
Grandpa, get in the water with me. Grandpa, get in the water with me. I'm a lot better than I was when I first got into the pool.
You've been practicing?
will soon put his lessons to the test as he travels to Orlando with his family. Veronica Smith, Northwestern News Network.